Welcome to Release Them, a guided meditation to help you let go of someone. This could be somebody you were in a romantic relationship with, a friend you've had a falling out with, or maybe grown apart from. Could be anybody. We'll start with some deep relaxation. So make yourself comfortable. Most people prefer to lie in bed or in a comfortable chair. Make sure you're fully supported. If you need something under your knees, a pillow works well. You can always pause and restart when you're ready. Just start by noticing your breath. You may notice your breath where it comes in at your throat, at your nose, or maybe you notice it as the rise and fall of your chest. Not focused intently here, but gently holding the breath with your attention. It's ceaseless in breath and out breath during this lifetime. On your exhales, start to relax deeper, sinking in. Each exhale, an opportunity to let go a little bit more. Release the body, muscles, the joints. Maybe the mind even slows. If you find yourself getting distracted, thoughts coming in, that's okay. What you can do, though, is when those thoughts come in, instead of pushing them away, getting upset with yourself, worrying about them, just imagine them floating off and bring your attention right back to the breath, sinking in deeper, relaxing each exhale. I'm going to count down from 10. You may imagine yourself walking down 10 steps, or you could see numbers 10 down through 1 in front of you, counting down. Whatever works best for you. With each number, you'll relax a little bit more. Not only the body, but the mind. 10. Sinking in, relaxing, releasing, mind slowing, eyes so heavy. 9. At peace, thoughts slow, muscles letting go. 8. Body almost totally relaxed. Thoughts, if they're coming at all, come slower. Mind like a pond with the lightest of ripples from the wind. That wind is dying down, and the mind is getting stiller and stiller. 7. Eyes so heavy, it would take a ton of effort to open them. No need to do that now, just give in to that heaviness. Thought slowing further, body relaxing. 7. Releasing. Mind like that pond. If there's any ripples at all, they're slowly moving away, petering out. 6. Body totally relaxed. You might even start to feel body getting numb. 5. Eyes so heavy, couldn't open them if you tried. So just let go, release, relax. 4, total peace, more relaxed than you ever dreamed possible. Thoughts coming to a halt. 4, releasing, relaxing. Mind at peace, like that pond, no wind, no waves. 3, totally relaxed, but mind still alert enough to do the work that's coming. Gentle, loving feeling throughout the body. 2, you may even start to feel like the body is gently swaying side to side, rocked, relaxed, released. 1, if there's any residual tension, that's letting go all the way down to the bone marrow, out to the skin. If further tension creeps in over this meditation, no problem. You can always just let that go. 0, totally relaxed, totally at peace. Bring the person that you're letting go to mind. Just whatever comes is good, could be positive, could be negative, but see them in front of you. Maybe you choose to see them the first time you met them, or maybe the last. But really trust yourself in your imagination and what comes up. Notice feelings that arise or maybe sensations in your body. Don't need to do anything with them, just note them, not pushing them away, not pulling yourself into them, just noting them. We're going to start bringing to mind some specific feelings here. If they're uncomfortable, know that that is where you want to be. If you're truly ready to let that person go, the way out is the way through. And as uncomfortable as it may be now, when you finally release them, you'll be free. Start to recall negative feelings you've had toward that person. If possible, remember some incidents where you had those feelings. Maybe it's anger, maybe it's frustration. Whatever those feelings are, these are feelings that you've had toward that person, directed at them. Notice them. You don't need to search the mind. Just let the imagination bring up what it will. This meditation is not a time to search the memory with the intellect, trying to remember. What comes up is exactly what's supposed to come up. Trust yourself. You know. We're going to move on from negative feelings you felt toward that person. Now start to recall negative feelings that you have felt or do feel because of that person's actions, words, presence, whatever the case may be. This could be fear, could be sadness, could even be frustration or anger. These are feelings that feel like they're being caused in you by that person, feelings that create suffering, and maybe recalling some incidents just in passing, remembering what they did to make you feel that way. You may stick with one feeling, or maybe you're moving through feelings. Could be a lot of complicated feelings in a relationship. Whatever comes up is what you need. Now, return to the first time this person seriously hurt you. You know, you don't need to search. You'll know when you're there. The first time they seriously hurt you. Be there. See the sights, hear the sounds, feel the sensations in your body, the emotions arising. For some, the visual aspect is going to be difficult, or maybe you don't hear sounds in your memories. Whatever comes up naturally for you, let that come up. Build the picture to the best of your ability. Really be there. Really feel those emotions that you felt at that time, the first time they seriously hurt you. This may be emotional or physical, however you interpret that. You know. Run through that incident when they hurt you from the beginning to the end. If you get to the end, go back to the beginning, run through it again. Notice if there are any changes. And just be here for a moment. Now, still feeling the feelings provoked by that first incident where this person seriously hurt you. Start to feel, start to see an energy sweeping through your body like a clock hand, sweeping in a clockwise direction, the center of that hand at your heart, like a second hand sweeping through the head, then down through the hips in a clockwise direction, coming back around on the left side, then down the right. At whatever speed feels right for you. This could be a very quick movement, but feel the energy moving through your body. However you're doing this is right. There's no need to worry about whether you understand what I'm telling you to do, but sweep that energy through your body in a clockwise direction, really feeling it, maybe seeing it. You control how fast or slow it moves, how intensely you feel it. You may choose to intensify that energy sweeping through the body in a clockwise direction. Maybe you speed it up. That sweep may just kind of fill the body between the hips and head, or maybe you expand it so it extends beyond the head all the way down to the feet, or even to fill the room you're in. Really muster up as much energy as you can in your imagination. Really sweep. Grand sweep. And as it sweeps, it starts to loosen the difficulties, those feelings, the suffering from that relationship, from that first incident and all that followed. Just notice, not forcing that loosening, but watching it happen. Keep sweeping. You get distracted, no problem. Just come back to the sweeping. You cannot do this the wrong way. Really feel it in your body. You may even find your body getting into it. The head may start to circle in that clockwise direction. Maybe the shoulders get into it, the hips. Movement is okay, especially if that helps you keep up that clockwise sweeping. Helps you feel it in the body. Just always sweeping in a clockwise direction. If other incidents with this person come to mind, allow those to come forth. You know it needs to happen, and you don't need to think about it. You can allow it to happen. What's coming up is what's supposed to come up. Continue sweeping, noticing any changes that come over you, any sensations that change or arise, any emotions that come or go. Maybe even notice the quality of that memory. It changes in some way. But keep up that sweeping no matter what. Just noticing those changes. Keep sweeping. I'll be talking less for the next couple of minutes. Just checking in. This is your process. You're in charge. You're in control. You cannot do it wrong. If you find yourself twitching, just know that that's a sign of letting go. You may find yourself yawning. Lean into it. You may have none of those physical signs. That's okay too. Everybody experiences this differently. Just continue sweeping that energy through the body, maybe intensifying it so it feels like static electricity as it moves through the torso, through the head. Really feel it. Maybe it has a color to it and you see it. Maybe that color changes. Just allow the imagination to do its work, just sweeping in a clockwise direction, releasing, sweeping, loosening that dirt, that dust. If emotions arise, allow them to arise. Be them for them, there for them, even if you're uncomfortable. You're safe. We'll be coming to the close of that sweeping process in the next couple of minutes. Know that you can come back to this after this meditation. You can pick up right where you left off. You may do that in bed before going to sleep at night, or you may set aside time to do that if you don't feel that it's cleaned up or cleared out. Last few seconds of sweeping, you may intensify it still further if you feel like there's more that needs to be loosened and released. If you found that that memory is now just a memory, and that the charge associated with it has dissipated, beautiful. And if not, know that you can get there. Now, recall a positive feeling you had about that person. We won't be here long. Any positive feeling you had, even if it was momentary. If you have no positive feelings about that person, that's okay. You can just wait out this section. Or if you'd like, see if you can find some positive feelings for that person. But that is up to you. Now, notice the feeling you have in the center of your chest, at your heart center. Just noticing, not trying to change this right now. If we imagine that heart center, the love center, it may feel closed off, like a flower bud. It's not bad. That bud, your heart center, has the potential to open. That bud is beautiful in its own right. Maybe it's open. Maybe it's partially open. Just notice what it feels like there at the heart center. Notice emotions that come up as you probe at the heart center. And now, start to notice that heart center opening up like a flower. Even if it's open already, see if you can expand still further. Maybe on your inhales, the heart opens up further. Exhales, it could even close a little bit, pulsing, and then opening again with the next inhale. See what works for you. That opening and closing can facilitate the opening rather than just trying to open continuously. Heart opening. Maybe the heart stays in that bud-like feeling, tight and small. That's beautiful, and it's okay. It's what you need right now. Or maybe that bud starts to open. Opening is a small bud at the center of the chest. Or maybe your heart is opened. It could feel like a rose, 3 or 4 inches across, or maybe your entire chest feels open and free. Even if that's the case, it can open still further beyond the body. You may feel movement within that flower that's opening. Really notice, can you start to open up the heart? And if it's already open, can you expand it beyond where it was previously? In the next few moments, if you've been closing the heart and then opening it, start to just open the heart. Opening it to its limit, whatever that is. Expanding, being there with that openness. Now, imagine that person standing about 6 feet in front of you. And then they turn and start to walk away. You may notice anything that arises as they do that, but they're taking steps away slowly. Now, as they walk away, muster up all the love you can toward them. Maybe even projecting it out of your heart center if you have that space and that openness, that energy. Project as much love as you can toward that person. Maybe none at all, or maybe it's all the love in your heart. But as they walk away, getting smaller and smaller, build up the most intensity that you can feel in your body, that love. Direct everything you have into that love toward that person. They're still walking away, and start to wish for all the best things for them to find love, for them to have all the wonderful things in life, satisfaction, peace, all the things you would want for yourself. Muster up as much earnestness as you can, wishing for them, really wishing with as much intensity as you can. Send that love, that desire. If you believe in a God or higher power, you may direct prayers for that person to have this love, these wonderful things. Really want it for them with as much sincerity as you can muster. They're still walking away, smaller and smaller. And they start to get so small in the distance. Then they're walking up a small hill, coming to its peak. And then they start to disappear on the other side of that hill. Feet disappearing, calves, knees sinking beneath that hill, into the thighs and hips, walking away. Disappearing through the torso, getting up to the center of their back, their heart center, going down beneath the crest of that hill, shoulders, now only their neck and head visible, and then the neck disappears, and their head sinks below that hill. You may imagine yourself in a beautiful place, maybe looking toward that hill, this person out of sight. Feel the openness in your heart, expanded to its limits. And look up into that beautiful sky, arms outstretched, really feel the freedom. Beautiful blue sky, the sun shining, peace, freedom. And then notice your body, that feeling of being there within this body, the skin, the bones, the muscles, that sensation of the bed or place you're resting supporting you. And start to make small movements, fingers and toes, hands and feet, arms and legs. And when you're ready, you can go about your day, whether you're going to sleep or rise. You can always come back to this meditation if there's more work to do. Peace.